Next, I want to talk a little bit about sleep quality because it's not just sleep duration that's very important, it's the quality of those hours that is equally as important. So, I'm not going to get super in depth into this. If you guys want to learn more, I highly recommend checking out Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. It'll give you a very in depth idea of these sleep stages, right? And which stages are important for what. So, basically, as you sleep, you go through stages of sleep and you cycle through these stages multiple times each night. And each stage has an important function, right? So, some of the recovery that comes with sleep only occurs during certain stages and also towards the very end stages of sleep. Okay. And how fast you get into these stages as soon as you fall asleep is going to be dependent on a variety of different things, right? So, if you have exposure to a lot of light prior to sleep, if you exercise a lot right before sleep, if you ate certain types of food or too much food prior to sleep, if you sleep in a very hot room and are uncomfortable, right? You're going to screw up your sleep stages. Okay. And a lot of this has to do with two compounds, one cortisol and one melatonin. So basically, in the morning, when you wake up, you want to have high cortisol levels. Cortisol is going to be something that wakes you up. All right. Throughout the course of the day, you actually want your cortisol levels to go down slowly. And then right before you go to sleep at night, they should be very low. Okay. Melatonin is the opposite. When you wake up first thing in the morning, you don't want much of this. And over the course of the time, of course, the day, melatonin should go up, 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 up until right before you go to sleep. Okay. And having that cortisol level increase is going to be very important for getting good sleep from the get go. So as soon as you fall asleep, if you have high melatonin levels, these stages kick off naturally and they do quite well. Right. The problem is, if you have too high a level of cortisol and not enough melatonin, then when you fall asleep, you don't kick off the stages at the right time. Okay. So if you're sleeping for 8 hours, but you start your sleep poorly, basically you have not enough melatonin. So you have to wait for your body to produce a little bit more to start kicking off those stages. You might not get all of the stages in as much quality sleep as you would if you had your melatonin naturally high right before bed and cortisol low. Okay. So again, this is, I'm really simplifying this process. Go check out Matt Walker's book if you want this in depth. But the problem is, if we make the wrong decisions throughout the course of the day, especially as we get pretty close to the evening, that's going to mess up our quality for the rest of our life, or excuse me, for the rest of the night. We're not getting all the benefits we normally would. Okay. And the other piece is if you're having frequent nighttime sleep interruptions, right? So maybe you leave the TV on, which we know with some research that we have a tendency to wake up a few times throughout the course of the night. It reduces sleep quality, or maybe you drink a bunch of alcohol. It does the same. So it reduces our sleep quality throughout the course for night. We don't want that. Okay. So sleep duration, very, very important, as well as sleep quality. So here's what I want you to do next, guys. If you enjoyed this video so far, I have an entire course. It's free. It's called the Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. And we go over 3 lessons going to help you take a lot of this information that we went over so far and put it into practice. The first lecture is called Why We Need a Better System. So first and foremost, the way we treat fitness individuals, all right, athletic people in the gym from a physical therapy perspective is pretty much broke, okay? So we need a better system to serve the folks that are in the gym that get hurt, they want to get back to training, all right? Lecture number 2 is called 7 Reasons Why People Get Hurt in the Gym. And essentially, we have to know the reasons why people get hurt in the gym so we can keep them safe in the future, right? And when they get hurt, we have to know why and how to get them back to training in the gym. Okay, so a thorough understanding of this is very, very important. I actually have a really cool infographic that goes along with this lecture that you get for free as well. And lastly, we go over a case study of how to get someone out of pain and back to training. So these principles are all phenomenal, but we don't actually put it together and you don't understand how to create a program to get people back in the gym and keep them safe for the long term, then we lose, right? So I'll put a link in the show notes for this. It's a Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. Definitely check this out.